Hey, what's up YouTubers? Lee John Blackmore here at Super Easy Guitar. So this week I asked you to vote for your top 10 signature guitar chords. Now many of you didn't really understand what I was trying to get at with that, but it wasn't the riffs of the guitar player, it was what chord defines the band or the artist. And this was your top 10 at number 10. Let's first off see if you recognize it. So at number 10, The Liferson, named after Alex Lifeson of Rush. So this track is Hemispheres. It came out in 1978, and the chord, the famous chord, is an F sharp 11. I know, check it out. It's really easy to play. Now, I'm a 90s fan, and it kind of reminds me of this. Let me know in the comments box below if you know what track that is. Number 9. So yes, I'm referring to this D minor flat 13, or you can call it a D minor sharp 5. Looks like this. Now I want to say Prince. Well, obviously Prince come up with the chord progression, but the guitarist at the time, Wendy, Melvin, come up with the chord voicings as far as I know. And I completely agree with whoever voted for this. It's a very distinctive sound. And beautiful, easy chord to play. Number 8. So the Keith chord. Now, it's not really one chord, is it? It's not really one signature chord, but I guess you could call it signature sound of Keith Richards. Originally, he would tune the guitar into open G. I'm playing it here, 5th fret. So the first chord is going to be a G6 sus4. And then with the other fingers down, it turns to an A minor flat 6. But interestingly enough, even though I call it a G6 sus4, if we look at the root as C, it just becomes a C and an F. So it depends how you look at these things, right? That got moved around, played in all sorts of Rolling Stone stuff, so I guess it's kind of a Keith signature. Number 7. John Frusciante, Under the Bridge, super famous, and I think anywhere you go, if you hear that chord, you could call it a riff, but I'm sure if you hear that chord, people will recognize it as Under the Bridge, right? Taken from Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. He's kind of got his own style, hasn't he, John Frusciante, and certainly his own way of doing stuff. Pretty cool. Check out the original. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So controversial because not really the sound of the Beatles, but given a famous chord intro, it took many years for people to work out what the Beatles were playing here, and I guess they still argue about it today. No one really knows. John Lennon playing 6-string. Apparently F add 11. George Harrison playing a 12-string. Not really sure what he was playing there. What I play live is the G7 sus4. Sounds close enough. Then you had McCartney playing a D, a high D on the bass, I think, and perhaps a stab on the piano. You'll have to do your own research on that one, but it's certainly worthy of the top 10. So halfway there at number 5. So John Barry working with Vic Flick, the guitar player. You might have learned that little riff as a beginner, but I very much doubt you learnt this chord. E minor major 9. I can't recall any other song where I've heard that chord being played. It is movable. And it just sounds very mysterious. So, sure, number 4. That's all you're getting, because this is one of those songs, of course it's a classic, and some of you may love it, and clearly you do because you voted for it. But it's just one of those songs that grates on me. However, if you hear that chord, the E7, whether you got a capo on or whatever tuning you're in, you always know what song that is. If you don't, you've been living under a rock for the last God knows how many years. So, of course, I don't even have to mention the name of this band, and I don't want to mention the name of this band because the amount of times I've been copyrighted for making tutorial videos, it's just slightly annoying. But still a very iconic intro. I'm not sure if you can call that a signature sound of the band, but certainly when you hear that B minor, it will take you to a place familiar that's beautiful to some and very annoying to others. So number 2. So again, an absolute classic. Don't play it in guitar music stores. Is that the Can I Help You riff? The Can I Help You? Absolute classic, yes. Signature for the band, I'm not sure, but it's certainly recognizable. And that kind of chord, you've heard it in other songs as well. And, I guess that's what the whole argument's about. Led Zeppelin have been to court fighting over its rights as an original piece or stolen or whatnot. I don't really care about that stuff. Just listen to it, enjoy it, or some people absolutely loathe it. And of course it had to be the famous E7 sharp 9. aka the Hendrix chord. Now, probably popularized due to the release of Purple Haze and the commercial popularity of it, guitarists started learning these songs, learning how to play it. For whatever reason, it became related directly with Jimi Hendrix. So that concludes our top 10. Now, I'm sure you agreed with some of it and didn't agree with some of it as well. Let me know in the comments box below. Obviously, I had lots more bands and artists mentioned, but I couldn't fit them all into a top 10. But if you think I need to do another video, put it in the comments box below. I read the comments, guys. I try and reply to all of them. So before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to receive my weekly updates. And of course, over on my website, I've got some merchandise for sale. I've got a few free tabs over there and stuff like that. Hit me up. I love to hear from you over on Instagram, and I'll see you again the same time next week. Enjoy.